I have sort of an unpopular opinion socially to share today that's been on my heart for a couple of weeks for sure. And that opinion is that I love men. I love men. I don't think that in general, ostracizing, hating, being up in arms against, taking to the streets in protest of an entire group of people, an entire, percentage of the population is really the way to affect the kind of change that we want to see. I'm sitting here today in my yoga studio in downtown Wolfboro, Magical Yoga, and it's certainly a place of privilege, but I didn't start out that way. I don't come here saying I love men from this place of never having been victimized. I have been through all of it. I've been molested, raped, harassed, abused, insulted by men, by my own mother, by people of all beliefs, colors, creeds. I came from a hard place, and I came up through the mud, and I was enraged at times. I have taken to the streets, I have protested, I have been up in arms about social justice, and really angry, like so many of us are feeling now. And a couple of weeks ago, I had a friend ask me about hosting a self-defense class here at the studio. And I said, I really need to sit with that because I'm not sure that it aligns with what I'm doing in this space. And that's because what I'm doing in this space is creating a place of peace and love and co-creation, a place where we can rise together. And when I come to you and I say that I love men, that comes from the same part of me that even as a teenager, recognizing all of the pain that I had been through and the place that I wanted to be, I once said, I want to be the kind of person that can forgive and love anybody. I want to be the kind of person that can love even pedophiles, even murderers. I want to be the kind of person who can just love, because that is the iteration of the divine spirit that I want to embody, that we all truly embody in our core. And that's why today I can say to you, I love men, and I love women, and I love the entire gender spectrum and all people everywhere. And I think that we are really waking up to this more and more as a society. I see that as a microcosm here in this space. In my very own studio, I teach men's yoga on Tuesday nights, and that class is growing. And those men come to me and they learn and they expand their hearts. They chant, they do poses, they do mudras, they visualize, they cry, they email me later and thank me for changing their lives or giving them something that they didn't even know that they needed. And so many times at the coffee shop or downtown or just in life, I'll meet somebody and I'll say, you should come and check this out. I think that you'd really like it. And he says to me, yeah, but I'm always the only man in the room. And he doesn't say it like, that makes me feel like I don't belong. He says it like, I don't want to make the women uncomfortable. I don't want to be the only man in the room because I don't want women to think that I'm there for the wrong reasons. I don't want to take away a safe space for women. And I love that. That warms my heart, but it also sort of breaks my heart in the sense that there are all of these men out there who are hungry to grow and to love and to open up their arms to this awakening, to this collective ascension that the planet is experiencing. And they're sort of turning around, looking over their shoulders, going, where is the safe space for me to expand my consciousness? Where can I go to integrate the divine masculine with the divine feminine and to understand this awakening and what's happening in the world? Where can I go that feels safe for me? And I recognize that by saying this, people are, even people that I love, I have people who are very close to me who are very into the social justice movement right now, who are saying everywhere is safe for white men. That's the patriarchy. That's why we need to smash the patriarchy, smash the patriarchy. Okay, yeah, there are systemic issues that need to be dealt with for sure, but what if we all sat around the table and solved them together? What if we could all come together, those of us who are waking up and who have this common purpose and this common goal, and say, let's get together on this and love each other and rise up together, instead of having the need, this bloodlust for a French Revolution where we just go around smashing everything and shedding metaphorical or real blood, the blood of our oppressors. What if we had a different kind of revolution that involved waking up to the light that we all embody at our core nature? What if we welcomed each other and said, you know, I trust you and I love you and I see that you're waking up with me, and let's do this thing together. There's a place for all of it. There's a place for anger, and there's a place for a reckoning, you know, for people to take responsibility for what they've done. But I also think that there's a place for welcoming change and for having a dialogue, and maybe for people like me who, I'm not afraid of men anymore. I'm not afraid of the patriarchy. I'm not even angry at it. I'm not even angry at the people who hurt me anymore, because that's still giving them power. That's still giving fear power. And what really is fear except for separateness? Separateness from light. This illusion that there is a divide. You know, I remember when not that long ago we were sort of on this bandwagon of like, you know, if it's in the news and if it's the popular thing right now, then that's probably just a distraction from the truth, and we should really be focusing in our backyards here in front of us. Let's turn off the TV, let's turn off social media, and let's interact with people around us, and we might start to see, you know, that things aren't what the news is telling us it is. But then something happened, and I kind of think we all know what that was. And now we're all glued to it again, and we're going, war, famine, patriarchy, social justice, anger, divide, separateness. It's so real, it's happening. But I can tell you from this space right here that there's something else happening too, and in my opinion, it's even more important, because when we wake up, we all wake up. When we hold space for becoming, for unfolding, for shedding density, we are a microcosm for that happening in the world at large. And the more I tune in to me and to my heart, and the more that I hold space for people, for unexpected people in unexpected places, even from a place of immense privilege that I'm at right now, I don't have to look at it with scorn and separateness and say that it's me versus you, us versus them. I can say, let's unfold and rise together. Let me hold space for these men that I love. So, you can disagree all you want, or maybe you don't, but I I love men, and they have a place with me anytime they want. Anytime, men, you want to learn how to integrate, you want to know more about waking up, holding space, understanding how to grow in your own light, you won't be the only man in the room. And even if you are, you have an ally right here.